Welcome to Academic Speaking. Today we are going to discuss the academic oral communication needs. After studying this course, you are expected to be able to analyze and explain the academic oral communication needs. Now, we look at Kim's work about the academic oral communication needs of East Asian international graduate students in non-science and non-engineering fields. Kim conducted survey to the teacher and the students. The survey was administered to 900 professors from various universities. From the survey, we will know the teacher's perspective about the ESL students. ESL is English as a second language. The finding shows that US university classroom is less formal and interactive. And the finding also indicate that ESL students do not have the ability or unwillingness to participate actively in the class discussion. The finding also shows that the ESL students do not want to ask or respond to the professor's questions. Now, we look at the student's perspective. The survey was administered to 768 ESL students from different three universities. The respondents were undergraduate immigrant students. From the finding, we can see that the students felt confident when they have the daily conversation. But in the academic context, the students felt their listening or speaking proficiency was not enough, or they have like those proficiency. Based on those rationales, Kim formulated three research questions. The first one, what are the East Asian international graduate student perception of the listening or speaking skill requirements for their university courses? The second, what are East Asian international graduate students' own description of their difficulties? So we can see what are their perception about their difficulties to meet the expectation. And the third one, what specific listening or speaking skills do East Asian international graduate students identify as important to their academic success? So from this research question, we will find the finding. Before we go to the finding, we look at the research method. Kim employed survey as a research design, and the respondents were 280 East Asian of graduate students. Because they are graduate students, mostly 63%, they were doctoral students. They are from the various major. They were art and humanities, social and behavioral sciences, business and education. Because they are East Asian of graduate students, They came from China, 46%, Japan, 10%, South Korea, 29%, and Taiwan, 15%. The data were collected and analyzed using the software we called SPSS, and then the statistical test used was one-way ANOVA. Now we look at the findings because there are 3 research questions, so we will have 3 findings. Now we look at the first finding. This is about the student's perspective or perception on the academic listening and speaking activities expected. So from the student's perception, they need listening skills, 80%. So they think that the instructor or the professor asks them to have a good listening skills. And then they also perceive that 78% the whole class discussion is important. Not only the whole class discussion, the lecturer or the professor wants the students to have discussion about the reading materials. It is 69%. And the instructor or the professors also want the students to be active in asking the questions. It is 65%. So from the students' perception, they stated that they were rarely asked to do the project work with their classmates. And they also thought that the note-taking skills are less essential for them. Why? Okay, I think you need to answer why the note-taking skills are less essential. You can find it by yourself. And then we go to the second research question. The second research question is about the students' difficulties with the academic listening or speaking tasks in graduate courses. They felt that the leading class discussion is the most difficult one. Not only the leading class discussion, they also thought that the participating in the whole class discussion also difficult for them. And the other difficulties, giving formal oral presentation. They felt anxious, they felt worried and afraid when they are asked to give the formal oral presentation in front of the class. Next, we go to the third research question. What the academic listening or speaking skill required to achieve the academic success in graduate courses? If we look at the 8 skills here, the pronunciation, lecture understanding, general listening comprehension, note-taking skills, formal oral presentation, communication strategies with peers, class participation, communication strategies with the professors. From the survey, the students rated which degree or which level is the most important from the 8 skills. The answer is the student stated that the formal presentation is the most important skill, and the least important skill was pronunciation. Okay, I think that's all my explanation. See you to the next session. Bye.